change your heart, change your life, change the planet.
Hello, everybody. It's Paul Nison with the Raw Life Health Show. We have a special guest, one of our favorite guests. It's Tim Van Orden. What's up, Tim?
How you doing, everybody?
And of course, as soon as he comes on, the plane's coming along in the back of us. That's the way it goes. But here we are. Tim's a raw foodist. He's been eating about 90% raw for the last 10 years. The amazing thing about him is, on the average day when he's healthy, because he's injured right now because he's an athlete, he runs over 120 miles a week.
Yeah, I've got an Achilles tendon issue right now, but when that's cleared up, hopefully it gets cleared up, I run anywhere from 10 to 20 miles a day, every day, 7 days a week, eating fruits and veggies.
Well, explain to people exactly, first, what got you into, were you running first and then later on you started eating fruits and vegetables, or were you eating fruits and vegetables first and then you started running?
I was a vegan and I was really sick. I had chronic fatigue, I was severely depressed, couldn't do anything. And someone told me to try a raw diet. I thought it sounded crazy, but why not? I felt like I was going to die. You know, I didn't want to get out of bed. I couldn't get out of bed, so what's the point? I'll try it. And I had such a profound transformation eating a raw diet that after a year of eating that way, hey there. So after a year of eating a raw diet, I thought, I want to tell the world about this, as you do. You know, how can you keep this to yourself? I was not an athlete. I ran in high school and a little bit in college, but I retired probably at the age of 19 or 20, and really hadn't done much since. I was pretty sedentary most of my life. So then at the age of 37, I started running just to show people what you could do on this diet, because I felt like a kid. So the running is new. I'm 46 now, I'll be 47 in a few months. And I feel better and fitter now than I did in my teens and 20s.
I hear that a lot from people that are on a raw food diet. Why do you think there's a myth that you can't have energy if you don't eat meat and all these other questions?
If I were to say to you, hey, Paul, or the average person, we're gonna take you out of this equation, but if I were to say to the average person, hey, do you want to go out and get pizza? The answer is probably yes. Hey, do you want to go out and get drinks? The answer is probably going to be yes. Hey, do you want to sit around and watch TV all day? Game of Thrones is back on, so let's watch like 5 episodes and have pizza and have drinks and sit around. And they'd be like, yeah. But if I were to say, hey, do you want to go eat a raw vegan meal? They'd like, heck no. It's unhealthy. Like, you can't be healthy on this stuff. But wait a minute. You're eating crap, you're eating pizza, and you're drinking beer, and you're laying around watching TV all day, and that's not healthy? I mean, that is healthy, but eating fruits and vegetables somehow is not? Our culture has this baseline of insanity that that's the foundation of our culture. It's belief systems that I believe are insane. And I don't blame any individual. It's not like one person is crazy. The culture is crazy. It's just upside down.
Sure. I think everyone can and should eat a healthier diet with a lot of raw fruits and vegetables, but mentally, that's where the challenge comes in. Do you agree it's more mental than a physical thing?
Absolutely. And as I did my tour speaking in Florida, I speak a lot less about diet and athletics. Now I speak mostly about the mental challenges, the emotional challenges, because I can tell you what to eat, but that doesn't mean you're going to eat it. And that doesn't mean that you're going to have an easy time eating it in the long term. The food might actually work for your body, but if you're freaking out while you're eating it, it's not going to work.
Exactly. That's what I discovered as well. The medical community, they have such a, because the meat and milk industry funds them in a big part, they talk so negative about excluding those things from your diet that it really does a job of brainwashing people.
Yeah, and it's all marketing. We are bombarded with marketing from the moment you wake up until the moment you go to bed. And you say, well, I don't watch the news. I just, see stuff on Facebook. That's still marketing. All your Facebook friends are marketing you. Like, it's all about putting on the best face they have. That's what social media is about. Let me show you the good news. I'm not going to show you everything else. And meat and dairy industry, they do the same thing. I'm going to tell you about the benefits, but I'm not going to tell you about the problems. There are antioxidants in tobacco. You could come up with a study showing that cigarettes or tobacco cures cancer because there's an antioxidant in there that's anti-carcinogenic. But, well, you left out everything else from that study.
Sure. I remember when I was younger, they said Trident bubblegum helps prevent cavities. Yeah. Since when does bubblegum help prevent cavities? And so tell us a little about your website and what you do.
My website is runningraw.com, and you can also find me on YouTube as Running Raw, on Facebook as Running Raw, Twitter as Running Raw. And what I wanted to do was show the world that you could be an elite athlete on a raw vegan diet. So I was competing from 2006 to 2013, then I got injured. And I've won 10 U.S. trail running championships. I've been named U.S. Masters Runner of the Year 4 times. So I've got some really great results that you can't refute. People can say, oh, you're going to be weak and sickly. Well, I've won lots of U.S. championships. You can't take that away. So the data is there. You can go to my website. If anybody says, well, you can't do this, well, here's a guy that did it. And there are a lot of people doing it now. It's not just me anymore.
And you're not just running, you're running better than people that are eating a standard American diet.
Yeah, who are a lot younger. And it's not just endurance as well. I also compete in stair climb racing, like running up the Empire State Building. You're from New York, you know this building. And that's strength and power. So I wanted to show people, yeah, I can do the endurance stuff, but I also have a lot of strength and power on this diet.
Sure. For people watching and they never heard of the raw food diet, what would be your top 3 tips for them to just explore it?
Okay, there's a lot of information and even misinformation on YouTube and social media about what a raw food diet is or what it isn't. For me personally, what works is a really simple diet. Fresh, whole fruits and vegetables, lots of salads, lots of smoothies, and some nuts and seeds on occasion. I don't do gourmet. I don't try dehydrate all these foods and make different kinds of crackers and stuff. I used to in the beginning, but it's time consuming, it's expensive, and even though I healed on that diet, eating simpler salads, fruits, and vegetables is cheaper, takes less time, and I feel better and perform better. So the simpler, the better. You don't need to go out and get 1,000 recipe books and stock your cupboard with a million things that you've never heard of before. Fresh fruits and veggies from your supermarket is good enough.
Sure.
And the biggest tip, I think, is to add things to your diet rather than take things out of your diet. Instead of saying, I can't have this, say, well, I'm going to try this thing that I've never had before. I'm going to add a salad every day to my meal plan rather than, well, I can't have pizza. Because then you just think about what you can't have rather than what you can.
Sure. Well, everybody, there's the proof. I mean, you can be healthy at any age if you're eating healthy. What you put in your body is really going to determine a big part of your health. So, Tim, tell us what's coming up in the near future, what people can expect from you.
Well, I'm working with the injury, and if I can heal this injury, it's going to be a big deal because it's an injury that they say you can't heal from. So this is another opportunity for me to prove the medical establishment wrong, possibly, if I can heal from this. And I'm going to work on it. I'm working on 2 books. I've been avoiding writing a book for a long time. Paul's got probably 150 books by now. But I'm still working on those. And I'm going to be doing a lot more talks around the country talking about the emotional and mental challenges that we face whenever we want to make a change towards our betterment, whatever that is. We all know that we can do things better than we currently do, and that's hard. Why? So I'm talking now about how to get yourself into action joyfully, how to get yourself into action without resistance.
Very good. Betterment. Is that a
Betterment.
Boston word or something?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
It's like double mint, but
Yes.
it's different.
Very good, very good. Folks, get to his website, runningraw.com. Check out his YouTube page. He has great videos on YouTube. And if you have questions or comments, post them below the video. Anything you want to say before we end?
Yeah, I love Paul. This is the second time I met Paul. I came down in 2011 and hung out with Paul. And the man you see online is great, but the man you meet in person is even better. So I fully endorse Paul. So.
Thank you. I have to agree with you.
Of course, right?
All right,
That's why I love
everybody.
him.
This is Paul Nison and Tim Van Orden with the Raw Life Health Show saying have a great day and a great raw life.
Peace out.